Absolutely, we'll do that. Are you ready for that now?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. You know, first of all, if you're ready for the program, we're not up on the screen, but we'll just get started. And I want to thank India and yourself, Dr. Nu, for putting this together. It's just tremendous. You guys are just doing fabulous work. And I'm just going to name off the panelists. And I'd like you to hear from the panelists before Hans and I speak, but I'll introduce them all right now while you're just getting some folks set up. We have Mark Ambrosi from California. There's Mark. We have Robert, which a lot of you guys all know Robert, who introduced Dr. Nu, from Belgium. And we also have James Ko from, I guess he's from the Asian market, Malay, Malaysia. He's in Vietnam right now, Thailand. He's moving all over Asia. He's just rocking and rolling all over there. We also have Hans Lumen, who you all know who he is. Hans is on the call too. I'm just doing it in order. Hans and I will talk it more towards the end. And we also have Rebecca from the UK. There's Rebecca, and we also have Colin Simmons from the UK. There's Colin, and we have Joe Muhammad, which most of you know who Joe is, from actual Canada. So I want to thank the panelists to be patient and being patient, and that's our panelist, Dr. Nu.
Okay. So हमारे साथ हैं Mr. Joe Muhammad, Rebecca from UK, Mr. Joe Muhammad from Canada, and we have Mr. Robert from Belgium, then Mr. Hans Lumen and Mr. Frank Servadio, who are the founders of Impact 101. And apart from that, there is one more person who is from Malaysia. What's his name, sir, from Malaysia?
James.
Mr. James from Malaysia is also there. So they are all international leaders who are working fantastically well on Impact 101. So आज हम जानना चाहेंगे उन सब लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस इस सिस्टम के साथ वो कैसे काम कर रहे हैं और हम लोग कैसे बड़ा काम कर सकते हैं उनके एक्सपीरियंस का फायदा उठाते हुए, because they are doing extraordinarily well all over the world. Yes, Mr. Frank.
Yes.
So first of all, Mr. Frank, I would like to hear something from you so that I can translate to my people in India.
Awesome.
So yeah.
I will get started. So thank you so much. Let them know that I'm just so grateful and thankful that they are actually seeing the vision of crowdfunding and peer-to-peer crowdfunding. And that I'm just so excited that India has really taken a foothold and really grasping the concept. And right now, India in our President's Cup is #1. So congratulate them for the last 6 weeks. And for the first 3 and 4 weeks, they were actually #2. And right now, India is #1. So thank them for that from Hans and I. Really appreciate it. Great work.
Okay. Mr. Frank का कहना है कि मुझे बड़ी खुशी है कि इंडिया के लोगों ने भी क्राउड फंडिंग कॉन्सेप्ट को समझा है और इम्पैक्ट 101 सिस्टम में पिछले कई हफ्ते से इंडिया #1 पे है कंटिन्यूसली, और ये आप लोगों का डेडिकेशन और हार्ड वर्क है जो अभी ये बता रहा है कि आने वाले समय में भी आप लोग #1 पे रहेंगे, बिकॉज इंडिया इज ए ह्यूज कंट्री, बिग पॉपुलेशन एंड पीपल आर वेरी नाइस. सो एक बार दोबारा से हमारा वो वेलकम कर रहे हैं इसके लिए, तो हम उनको तालियों से उनका भी स्वागत करते हैं. Yeah.
I also want to touch on that crowdfunding is just, in less than 5 months, we're already in 147 countries. And I'm not sure that the impact and how exciting, no other company has ever done that in 5 months. Where are we going to be at in a year from now? So it's been just tremendous. And I just want everybody to understand that this is a new concept, this peer-to-peer crowdfunding, where you can help your cause. And I'll tell you right now, the system's been running for 5 months flawlessly. And actually, our company has been around since 2011. I want them to know that. We've just added a, crowdfunding module to our system. And if there was any concern whether there's growth or whether we're going to be here for a long time, we're building a company and a crowdfunding here to last forever. And we're not going anywhere. We continue to add different translations on the website, and we're continuing to improve our websites just for the market and to grow globally.
Thank you. Mr. Frank का कहना है कि कोई भी विश्व में ऐसा क्राउडफंडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म आज तक नहीं पैदा हुआ जो 5 महीने से कम समय के समय में 147 देशों में गया हो. तो इम्पैक्ट एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो बहुत कम समय में बहुत तेजी से वाइड स्प्रेड हो गया है, और हम साइट्स पर बहुत सारा काम कर रहे हैं, बहुत सारी नई चीजें आपको देने के लिए तैयार हैं. और उनका स्पष्ट रूप से कहना यह है कि वी आर हेयर फॉर एवर, हम हमेशा के लिए हैं इस सिस्टम के साथ वर्ल्ड में, वी आर नॉट फॉर ए शॉर्ट टाइम। इसीलिए हम हार्ड वर्क कर रहे हैं और सिस्टम में साइट को और बेहतर कर रहे हैं। कुछ अच्छे प्रोडक्ट्स, कुछ अच्छी चीजें और आने वाले समय में आपको देखने को मिलेंगी जो आपके लिए और आसानी पैदा करेंगी इस सिस्टम को अच्छे से डेवलप करने के लिए। तो ये वो कहना चाहते हैं। यस सर, प्लीज कैरी ऑन।
I would like to actually wait till the end, and Hans will give you future developments and where we're going. And I'm sure that you'll see that all the enhancements and all the changes that we're making to make it a better software, making it easier and faster to grow, and helping people getting donations quicker. Hans will go into those developments at the end. I just want everybody to understand that this is here for a long time. You know, one of the questions that we get, especially from India, so I'm going to be very honest here and straight up, that you have to see our developments and how we're changing, and the resources and energy and effort that we're putting into making this the world best platform in the world. And it's because of your people and your folks making this possible. So I want to thank him for that. And I'd like to, if you could just actually communicate that to your people. And then I would like to have the panelists talk before, and then Hans and I will talk further towards the end to give you strategies and to talk about our future developments.
Okay. So अभी मिस्टर फ्रैंक ने बताया कि मिस्टर हैंस ल्यूमन जो कि को फाउंडर हैं इम्पैक्ट 101 के, अभी वो आपको कुछ चीजें बताएंगे कि कितना फास्ट वो इसको अच्छा बनाना चाहते हैं, कितना टेक्नोलॉजी के और साउंड कर रहे हैं सिस्टम को, बहुत सारी नई डेवलपमेंट्स होने वाली हैं। और उनका भी कहना यही है कि वी आर फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम हियर, सो वी आर वर्किंग वेरी हार्ड। सो वी ऑल वेलकम मिस्टर हैंस ल्यूमन।
And you know,
we all welcome Mr. Hans Lumen with claps.
Dr. New, I would like the panelists to go first before we share that. So I'd like the panelists to say a few words and what they think about and what's going on in their world, and what do they think about Impact 101 and the future, and whether they feel that we're sustainable and we're scalable, and whether we're here for a long time. It's just good to hear from other folks and around the world. So if it's okay with you, I would like Mark to come on first. Mark, could you come on the call, please?
I would love to.
Okay.
Thank you, Frank. And welcome everybody from India.
Welcome to you, sir. Welcome to you also. We are very happy to see you here.
Well, it's wonderful to be here and see everybody. I come to you from California. And I just want to say just very quickly that we're so happy, so excited to be a part of this. And one of the reasons we chose to be involved with Impact 101, number one, is that it's such an easy and simple system that anyone can use. And it's allowed us to actually have a global business from the comfort of our home and raise a lot of donations while helping so many others. And finally, what I'd like to say is this is the opportunity to create your own economy. And, you know, I don't know any other way other than crowdfunding through Impact 101 to be able to actually change your life and change so many others at the same time. So we're so happy. We've been very successful. And we've also been able to duplicate that with many, many people around the world. So thank you so much, and welcome to Impact 101.
Thanks a lot.
And Frank, if you'd like me to elaborate, just let me know. But the ball's back to them, right?
अभी इस पे चालू हो गया चलिए स्टार्ट है ओके या मिस्टर फ्रैंक बोलिए वो उधर से आएगी आवाज वो बोल रहा हूँ
Frank, you're muted.
Muted, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to control the feedback. Dr. New, are you there?
yeah
Okay, awesome. Excellent. Right on. So, Mark, did you guys hear everything Mark had to say? Did you repeat it to the audience?
yeah
Okay, awesome. Excellent. Mark, I thank you so much for that. Are you ready for the, I think, Mark, one of the things that there's a lot of question out there. How's it been working? How's the software been working? Do you feel comfortable with the software?
Oh, absolutely. It is improving every single time I turn around, but the platform itself is very simple through a single system. The thing that I've seen in my past is that you would normally have to have several components connected together. This is all in one view. So the actual system itself is self-contained and pretty much is done for you. So all of the videos that are part of the system do all of the explaining and telling for you. So you don't have to do that. That is one of the best parts that we love about the system.
Thanks, Mark. Dr. New, do you want to repeat that?
yeah तो सिस्टम में बहुत सारी इंप्रूवमेंट्स ऑलरेडी की गई हैं जब से हमने ज्वाइन किया तो वो और अच्छा होता जा रहा है डे बाय डे और बहुत सारी चीजें और अवेटेड हैं अभी आप देखेंगे कि साइट जो है मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज में आप चालू हो गया है बहुत सारे वीडियोस हैं मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज में अलग अलग कंट्रीज की और सिस्टम को और भी सरल बनाने की बहुत सारी कोशिशें की जा रही हैं
Dr. New, I'd like to bring James on the call now and say a few words. James is, I'm just going to say he's from Malaysia, but I'll let him say a little bit more how has it been working in his area and what his thoughts are of Impact 101. So James, if you don't mind coming on to the call, please.
Yes, hi. Hello, everyone. I'm James Ko. I was born in Taiwan, Taipei. In 1970, I moved right next door to Mark here. I'm from Southern California. I'm an LA guy. I grew up in Los Angeles. In 2002, I migrated back to Asia, and now has been my arena. I've been in Impact 101 only since April 7th. I handle both the Chinese-speaking area and also the English-speaking. Maybe in the future over there in India to help everyone hand in hand raise money for your live stream. And I'm amazed by this crowd. I think this is something really truly wonderful what you guys are doing.
Thanks, Mr. James. We all welcome you also from India. We have great claps from Mr. James. Yeah. So we are happy to hear you on this call. And what else if you would like to say something more to the people of India?
James, do you want to say a few more words to the folks of what's working for you in your area and what's your thoughts of Impact 101? Just a couple more.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Actually, what works for me, the first day I started, all right? The first day I started, because I've never done crowdfunding and I've always been product-based, is I was ready to take a whole bunch of no's. I said, you know what? We must get through the no to get to the yeses. So I went to the world's toughest market, which was Taiwan, Taipei, started Impact 101. Every single person I met said no to me, but people from far away started to say yes. Then from there, I grew a pretty vibrant organization. We got people making good money now in mainland China and also in Malaysia. When you see the rankings, those are my two areas. I'm starting to fan out in the neighboring countries as well. You must be tough in one thing. I think you have to have thick skin on your face. this is the thing that I keep telling people. Don't be afraid to get people to say no to you and say, see ya. I'll see you next month when I come back and show you the result. That's basically what I want to tell all you guys sitting there. Don't be afraid to hear the word no. The word no is a wonderful word to me. You turn it around in time. You go through enough no's, get through your yeses, the no's becomes yes in time. Thank you for having me here, Frank.
Thanks a lot. So, Mr. James ने क्या कहा कि बहुत सारे नोट्स सुनने को मिले पहले, जो कि हर जगह होता है. आप कोई भी काम दुनिया में करने जब चलेंगे तो बहुत सारे लोग आपको क्रिटिसाइज करेंगे. तो उन्होंने भी जब ये शुरू किया इम्पैक्ट तो बहुत सारे लोगों ने नो बोला और उस नो में से बहुत सारे लोगों ने बाद में यस भी बोला और अब वो यस करते करते एक बड़ा सिस्टम उनका बन चुका है और वो सक्सेसफुली एंजॉय कर रहे हैं इम्पैक्ट पर. ये मैसेज देना चाहते हैं कि जब आप सिस्टम को शुरुआत करेंगे तो आपको भी नो सुननी पड़ सकती है. सो गेट रेडी फॉर दैट. और ये सबके साथ होता है. हमने भी जब स्टार्ट किया तब कुछ लोगों ने नो कहा था, बाद में वही लोग अब भी काम भी कर रहे हैं और आपके साथ भी ये चीजें होंगी. तो एक कॉमन चीज है, गेट रेडी टू हियर नो एंड उसी में से आपको फिर यस सुनने को मिलेगा. और अच्छा मैसेज है उनका, जबरदस्त वेलकम. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर learning you have gained to us. Yeah, Mr. Frank.
Yes, I'd like to bring on another panelist, Colin from the UK. Colin, would you say a few words, please, to India?
My pleasure, Frank. My pleasure. Am I coming through loud and clear?
You are.
Brilliant. Welcome, everybody in India. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome and welcome to you also from India. Once again, welcome, Mr. Colin. Mr. Colin जो हमारे अपने सीनियर जो हैं उनके भी सीनियर हैं और एक बहुत अच्छे नेटवर्कर हैं. काफी सालों से वर्ल्ड मार्केट में काम कर रहे हैं नेटवर्क सिस्टम में और मिस्टर कॉलिन से बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है मुझे. We are learning a lot from you. Please carry on.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Anu. It was me that introduced Robert, so we're all very connected here, so it's fantastic. Again, we are only 5 months old. The growth around the world is phenomenal. So anybody that's seeing this right now, just imagine where you can be in the next 5 months. You know, we're in 147 countries already. There are people that are receiving thousands and thousands in donations on a regular basis, and it's there for everybody.
Yeah.
It's very, very simple. We just follow the 3 simple steps. This is all I've been teaching around the world. We follow 3 simple steps. We register, we select our donations, we send our donations, and we help more people do the same thing. Very, very simple. You keep it simple with a smile on your face and it works.
Yeah. तो मिस्टर कॉलिन का कहना है कि ये बहुत सिंपल सा प्रोसेस है. आप डोनेशन सेलेक्ट करते हैं, आप डोनेशन देते हैं लोगों को, आप लोगों की हेल्प करते हैं और लोग आपकी हेल्प करते हैं. और पूरे वर्ल्ड में ये बहुत ही सिंपल सा फिनोमेना है जिसका नाम क्राउड फंडिंग है और बहुत तेजी से ये बढ़ रहा है 147 कंट्रीज में बड़े शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ टाइम में. आने वाले 5 महीने में क्या होगा, जब सिर्फ 5 महीने में 147 कंट्री में गया है. पूरे वर्ल्ड में 195 कंट्री हैं. 195 कंट्री आर होल वर्ल्ड टोटल. आने वाले 5 महीने में क्या होगा हम अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं, ये उनका कहना है. सो मजेदार प्रोग्राम है जिंदगी बदलने के लिए. यस, प्लीज कैरी ऑन.
Great, great. My biggest tip for everybody is this is a 2x2 follow me system. So you need to find your 2 people, help those 2 people, find 2 people. That is it. You're working with 6 people, all working together. 2 people, find 2 people.
Yeah. मिस्टर कॉलिन का कहना है फॉर्मूला बहुत सिंपल है इस सिस्टम में, क्योंकि आपको बहुत अच्छा लगा, आप आ गए हैं और आने के बाद सबसे पहला इंपॉर्टेंट काम है आपके 2 लोग इंट्रोड्यूस करना, यानी कि 2 और लोगों को इम्पैक्टर बनाना और उनको भी हेल्प करना कि उनको भी उनके 2 लोग मिल जाए. क्योंकि फॉर्मूला 2x2 ग्रिड पे काम करता है जो कि बहुत ही सरल है. क्या पूरी दुनिया में से हमें 2 लोग मिल सकते हैं बढ़िया अपने जैसे ड्रीमर? यस. जब ये शुरू हुआ तो 0 से तो शुरू हुआ था और आज 147 कंट्री में है. तो दुनिया में बहुत से लोग ऐसे हैं जो अपॉर्चुनिटी का इंतजार करते हैं कि कुछ अच्छा आ जाए. तो हमें क्या करना है, लोगों तक पहुंचना है और सबसे पहले सिंपल एक काम करना है, अपने 2 लोग इंट्रोड्यूस करने हैं और उनकी आगे फर्दर हेल्प करनी है 2 लोगों को इंट्रोड्यूस करने में। यहीं तक का ये काम है। इजी है? इजी है? जितने लोगों के लिए इजी है? यस। थैंक यू। या
Thank you, Dr. Nu. That is the magical word. The word is yes.
Yeah, they all say yes, and they're doing it.
Frank, back to you, mate. That's all right.
Yeah. Thanks, Colin. Thanks for the great words of wisdom. And, you know, I'd like to bring on now Duncan Woods from the UK as well. Duncan, are you there?
Welcome, Mr. Duncan Wood from UK. Zabardast taaliyon ke saath swagat hona chahiye. Mr. Duncan Wood is on the call. He is from UK.
Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Dr. Anu, and welcome, India. Good to see so many people there. Just give you a brief background about myself. I live in the UK, and it was actually me that introduced Colin, who introduced Robert. So this just shows you how networking, in the sense of asking people a question, works.
Okay.
Awesome, Duncan. Duncan, if you could just say a little bit about our system and what's your thoughts about Impact 101? Do you think it's going to be here for a long time, and how we're developing things? Maybe just touch on that a little bit. It'd be great.
Absolutely. Well, one of the key things that brought me or this system to my attention is the fact that we've been reliant in the past on companies where we deposit our money to the company, and if the company's not around, we're dependent on them to withdraw our money or pay us. And there's the problem. Here is, as somebody just said, this system is the new economy, where we're not reliant on a bank or a company or a payment processor. It's a direct donation from one person direct to another, and that is the key reason why I just love this system. So you're right, Frank. I mean, why wouldn't this carry on for years and years and years? There is no reason why it wouldn't, because as long as you keep donating, you keep receiving. So why on earth would anybody stop donating?
Yeah, इनका कहना ये है कि unlike other companies जहाँ पे आपने काम किया होगा, बहुत सारी कंपनीज में वहाँ पैसा कंपनी के अंदर जाता है और फिर आप डिपेंड हैं अपने पे आउट के लिए कंपनी पे या उन बैंक्स पे जिनके थ्रू पैसा आपके पास आना है। यहाँ सबसे अच्छी बात सिस्टम में यही है कि यहाँ पे कोई कंपनी और बैंक बीच में है ही नहीं। डायरेक्टली आप अपनी डोनेशंस अपने ही दोस्त को दे रहे हैं या अपने किसी जानकार को दे रहे हैं, और बीच में कोई भी थर्ड पार्टी नहीं है। पीयर टू पीयर मतलब देयर इज नो मीडिएटर, कोई मीडिएटर नहीं है, इंस्टेंट पेमेंट्स आती हैं, और यही सिस्टम की सबसे अच्छी ब्यूटी है, राइट? आपको 1 सेकंड का भी इंतजार करने की जरूरत नहीं है, ऐसा है? तो दिस इज द पावर ऑफ द सिस्टम। और दूसरी बात, डोनेशंस देने का सिलसिला कभी बंद होगा नहीं। होगा क्या? प्राचीन काल से ये डोनेशन चलता ही आ रहा है, तो ये कभी रुकने वाला नहीं है, ना रुकने वाला सिलसिला है, जिसपे कि कोई भी आदमी फक्र से इस पे काम कर सकता है। अच्छी बात है ये, वो ये कहना चाहते हैं। Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, Mr.
Awesome, Duncan. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day, everybody out in India.
Same to you.
I'd like to bring on Rebecca Barrett, who's tearing it up in the UK. Rebecca, can you say a few words and your thoughts and say hi to India for us? Rebecca Barrett.
Welcome, Miss Rebecca. Rebecca जी का स्वागत होना चाहिए। UK से हैं, Miss Rebecca Barrett.
Hello. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Dr. Anu. And yeah, this is great to see a full house. Welcome everyone from India.
Welcome to you too.
Thank you. So I just thought I'd share the situation I was in before I joined this platform. So I'm a single parent to four children under age 10. And it was John Van Derzen and Joe Mohammed who shared this platform with me. And they shared it with me by sending me some information, and I watched a short video. I loved the concept of it, and I felt that it was something that would help me, because at that time, I had no income, and I had 2 days until I had to pay my rent on my house that I live in, and I had not enough to cover it. So I knew that if I didn't pay that rent payment, I would have had to move out of my house. So I joined pretty much straight away after I'd seen the video, and immediately I started to share this with people. So what you're doing now with this meeting is really, really good, because obviously you're all face to face. It's about people getting together, and when you work in this way, and you're helping people get to, you know, so like today you're doing this meeting. If people leave this meeting and they get their 2 people, and you do your next one, and you all are bringing more people each time, that's how you see the growth quickly, and you start seeing those donations coming in. The other thing that I did was I didn't just join in the first level. Well, I did join in the first level, but I used my donations to upgrade through the higher levels, because I wanted to maximize what I was receiving. And when I knew that when I was sharing it with people, one, they would take me more seriously. They see that I'm committed, and they will copy what I do. And that's exactly what's happened. So as I work with my team, so I have a global team of people, which I think has already been mentioned. So when you have a global team, that's when you're asleep, people that it's the other side of the world, they're obviously working and showing the platform. And then when I wake up, it's good to see that I've had donations come in overnight. And I sort of work with my team to make every 48 hours, I do a Zoom call with different teams from different countries. And similar to what you're doing now, but obviously if I can't travel to that place, I do a Zoom call and helping those 2 get to. And that's where, as I explained, you see it growing very quickly.
Thank you very much. रेबेका का कहना ये है कि इनके 4 बच्चे हैं और इनके पास घर का रेंट देने के लिए पैसा नहीं था। तब इनको जॉय मोहम्मद ने बताया इम्पैक्ट के बारे में, और तब इन्होंने इस सिस्टम को बहुत थोड़े से अमाउंट से शुरू किया, $40 से, और आज एक बड़ी टीम इन्होंने बना दी है। और ये कहना चाहती है कि जो काम आप लोग कर रहे हैं, इम्पैक्ट जूम कॉल मीटिंग्स, उस जूम कॉल मीटिंग के जरिए एक बहुत बड़ी टीम खड़ी हो गई है, और अब इनको डे एंड नाइट डोनेशंस आती है, और इनकी जिंदगी का लेवल बहुत बेहतर हो गया है, और ये अपनी ग्रिड्स को काफी हद तक अपग्रेड कर चुकी है। $600, $1200, $2400 ऐसा, क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा ग्रिड अपग्रेड होगा उतना बड़ा डोनेशन रिसीव होगा, ये वो कहना चाहती हैं। बीइंग ए लेडी, है ना, जो हेल्पलेस महसूस कर रहे थे अपने आप को, उन्होंने पूरे वर्ल्ड में ये प्रूव किया कि भाई ये सिस्टम ऐसा सिस्टम है जो किसी की भी जिंदगी में बड़ा बदलाव ला सकता है। ये मैसेज उन्होंने आपको दिया है, तो एक बार फिर से तालियों से का स्वागत है रजिका का। थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर योर मैसेज एंड वी वेलकम यू ऑन दिस कॉल।
Thank you.
So Dr. Nu, before we go to the next panelist, and I think it was a really good point and something that a message that we want to get across to India is the higher grids, that people should get into the higher grids as soon as they can afford to move into the higher grids with the donations they're receiving. That will grow and expedite their cause and their donations, and also get momentum happening within their groups. So that's something I'd like you to share with the folks there about doing a stair step of getting into the higher grids. A lot of folks are joining the first grid there in India. Some are joining both, and it's whatever they could afford and wherever they could start. But as long as they continue to work in that direction, it's going to be beneficial for their cause and for everything that's going on out there, that they could show and tell their stories to other folks. That will definitely motivate the whole system and all of India all at once.
Yes, Mr. Frank का कहना है कि आपने 40 से 80 से स्टार्ट किया है, तो आपको 150 300 में भी जाना चाहिए और इसको वैसा ही प्रमोट भी करना चाहिए ताकि आपको बड़ी डोनेशंस आ सके। क्योंकि जब हम इस सिस्टम को शुरू करते हैं 40 80 150 एक साथ, तो आपको डोनेशन आती है 60,000 रुपीज, 60,750 रुपीज फ्रॉम वन ग्रिड। एक ग्रिड सिर्फ और सिर्फ 6 लोगों से कंप्लीट होती है, जो कि बहुत इजी है। और 2 लोग अगर आपके पास सही लोग हैं वर्किंग वाले, तो 2 ही लोग काफी हैं ग्रिड को फिल करने के लिए। ऐसा ना, अगर 2 एक्टिव लोग आपके सिस्टम में और वो भी 2-2 लोगों को एक ही दिन में इंट्रोड्यूस कर देते हैं, तो एक ही दिन में आपको 40 80 150 की ग्रिड से आता है 60,750 रुपीज, जो कि एक ह्यूज इनकम है इंडिया को देखते हैं। अगर एक दिन में 60,000 आता है और ऐसा पूरे महीने में 15 बार हुआ, तो आपके पास क्या अमाउंट आया? हेलो, कितना अमाउंट आया? 15 दिन ऐसा हुआ कि आपकी एक ग्रिड कंप्लीट हुई और एक ग्रिड से 60,000 आपको मिला है, तो 9 लाख अब हो गया है। और दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ जस्ट सिंपल टू आपके अपने 2 एक्टिव डायरेक्टर्स। तो उनका कहना है कि आप ग्रिड्स को अपग्रेड करें और लोगों को शेयरिंग ज्यादा करें। आप शेयर द सिस्टम विद मैक्सिमम पीपल सो दैट शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ टाइम में एक बड़ा टीम का निर्माण हो, और जितना ज्यादा बड़ा टीम आपका होगा उतना ज्यादा डोनेशंस आपके पास होगा। जितना ज्यादा लोगों को आप सिस्टम में इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे उतना ज्यादा ग्रिड्स की मूवमेंट फास्ट होगी। यस, so ratio is very good. You donate to 2, get from 6. आप 2 लोगों को डोनेट करते हैं, 6 लोगों से रिसीव करते हैं। लेकिन डिपेंड ये करता है कि आपने डोनेट क्या किया है। अगर आपने 40 किया है तो आपको क्या आना है? $120। अगर आपने 40 और अच्छा आना है। अगर आपने 40 80 150 एक साथ डोनेट किया है और उसी पे आप काम करते हैं, तो मल्टीप्लाई होकर 3 टाइम्स उसी का आना है। ये वो कहना चाहते हैं। तो मोर बिगर ग्रिड्स, more sharing with the people, more donations. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Frank.
Great. Thanks, Dr. Now what I'd like to do is bring Robert onto the call, your actual inviter and sponsor. Robert from Belgium, can you come on the call, please?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you for being on the call, everyone. I'm very happy and to see all the people here, all the people from all over the world. We have people from Canada, from Asia, from the UK. I'm from Belgium. I'm very glad to see all the people and all the commitment that they are doing for Impact 101. What can I say? It's so easy. I'm very happy with the system. Yeah, I want to talk about the landing pages. They are so, if you start a business, whatever business you start on the internet or on whatever, you have to have a landing page. Then you have to have another company you have to pay to another company to fix the landing pages. But here you have 2 mobile landing pages. You have a QR code. Not a lot of people are talking about the QR code, but I use all the time the QR code, and I think it's the future to promote also the QR codes. You see it all the time on vehicles and in grocery shops or whatever. I see a lot of codes everywhere. And here you have 2 mobile landing pages, QR codes. You have the website that is in different languages. The videos, we have Zoom calls all the time. Duncan does Zoom calls, Colin does Zoom calls, Frank does Zoom calls every day. Almost every day we have a Zoom call to help all the people. I'm also very happy with Dr. Anu. He's it's very exciting what he's doing. He's a great leader there in India. So it's very simple. You give, you share, and you receive. It's very simple. You donate 2 times and you receive 6 times. So back to you, Frank.
Thank you. Dr. Nu, would you like to translate?
Yeah. So Mr. Robert, once again, welcome from India. Mr. Robert, मेरे स्पॉन्सर है इस सिस्टम में, आप जोरदार ताली से स्वागत कीजिए इनका, और ये आपके भी अपलाइन है इस सिस्टम में. So we welcome you all, Mr. Robert, and thank you very much for your tips you are giving. People are moving fast now in India also, and team is going bigger and bigger every day. People are joining, they are happy, they are getting donations, they are donating to other people also. तो आपका भी कहना यही है कि मोबाइल लैंडिंग पेज बहुत बढ़िया प्रोडक्ट है हमारे पास, जिसके थ्रू आप अपना कोई भी बिजनेस अगर करते हैं तो उस बिजनेस को भी प्रमोट कर सकते हैं मोबाइल लैंडिंग पेज के थ्रू. आपको इसका यूज करना चाहिए. क्यूआर कोड का सिस्टम जो बहुत फैंटास्टिक है, जो मिस्टर फ्रैंक ने डिजाइन किया है टेक्नोलॉजी वाइज, और डोनेशंस का आदान प्रदान होता रहना चाहिए ताकि लोगों की जिंदगी अच्छी होती रहे. यही वो कहना चाहते हैं, उनका मैसेज शॉर्ट में यही है. तो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर मैसेज मिस्टर रॉबर्ट.
You're welcome, Anu, and thank you for bringing all the people together, and I hope you can help a lot of people there in India, and I'm sure you're going to do it. You see the picture here? Yes, I can. You can. I see it all the time. Thank you. Bye, Anu.
So we all will rock. India will rock in future also. India will be #1 in the world.
Awesome. Dr. Nua, there's a message there that Robert mentioned there about our product. And I think that it is a good time right now that people need to know that we are, you get a product with our platform, and there's a module, which is the crowdfunding. It's so important that that's how we separate ourselves from the competitors and everybody else. We do have a product, and that's our mobile landing pages. I think that's very, very extremely important to actually to pass that message along to your people.
Yeah, the message is already conveyed, and people are using. Few of the people are using, and more of them will be using this product.
Awesome.
And we want to have a training of this mobile landing page also for our people in the next seminar, or with the help of Mr. Robert, we will conduct a training program how to use this mobile landing page, how to create our own mobile landing page. Yeah.
Excellent. Perfect. That's what I want to hear. So I'd like to bring on our next panelist, and I'm saving Hans to the end because he's going to take over the actual hosting. So I'm going to bring on my good friend Joe Muhammad from Canada. Joe, can you say a few words?
Hey guys, how you doing today? So
Welcome, Joe Muhammad from Canada.
How are you guys?
Welcome, Mr. Joy Muhammad. All Indian investors are giving you warm welcome. Big clap.
Thank you so much, guys. It's a pleasure having you guys on this call today. It's really early over here, so I'm half asleep, but we'll do what we got to do. One thing Frank mentioned about the product, this is, for me, that's the most important. The most important thing is that this company has a product. There's a lot of competition out there that say that they're crowdfunding. They're charging you different fees, but there's no product. I'll be honest with you guys. The way that Frankie and Hans put this thing together is the way that companies should be. The mobile landing page, if you don't understand the mobile landing page, they were selling it for $250 US a year around the world. With our Impact 101 product or program, they're actually giving that to us for part of the membership, which is outstanding. It's all about giving value. They give more value than anything. So I mean, bottom line is this. I mean, all these panelists today talk about what they do, how they do it, the grids. But what my thing for me is, I want longevity. I want it to be here long term, 10 years, 20 years. I want this to be around for my. It has to be set up properly. And Hans and Frankie have done it exactly the way, especially in Canada. The regulations in Canada and the US are very strict. And I'll tell you guys, without a product, we would not have a company. So that's all I want to say, guys. I mean, just take into consideration for longevity. This is what these put together for us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. So joy member का कहना है कि और भी crowdfunding सिस्टम दुनिया में है जहाँ ज्वाइनिंग के लिए फीस ली जाती है लेकिन मिलता कुछ नहीं. और हमारे यहाँ ये बेहतरीन प्रोडक्ट है जो मोबाइल लैंडिंग पेज है, जिसको की कंपनी पहले से 2011 से $250 पर ईयर के रेंट पे लोगों को देती आ रही है. और ये प्रोडक्ट मात्र $25 की मेंबरशिप लेने पर 2 लैंडिंग पेज हमको मिलते हैं $500 वर्थ के। तो एक बहुत बढ़िया चीज़ है कि बहुत इकोनॉमिकल रेट पे हमको ये मोबाइल लैंडिंग पेज मिलता है और इसका पूरा प्रयोग करना चाहिए अपने सिस्टम को बढ़ाने के लिए और अपने एग्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए। यही उनका मैसेज है शॉर्ट में। So this is a beautiful message from Mr. Joy Mohammed. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Frank.
Excellent. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, panelists. And you know, I'm going to close off the call and pass it on to Hans in a moment. But there's a few things I want to cover, make some announcements, and then Hans is going to close the call and take over the call, just because he's going to be the new host. So he can bring me back on. But just in case anything happens there, I just want to cover a few things. Hans, I do want you to cover one of the questions that came up in our webinar room is the future of our system. Can it be run automatically? And the plans about it. So Hans will talk about automation there. Hans will talk about future development. I'm really excited what he's going to show you guys tonight. We got a little bit of a surprise for Dr. New and actually the world. Hans is going to showcase some of our latest developments just for you folks. So if you want to just relay that for a moment there, Dr. New, go ahead.
थैंक यू। कुछ अच्छे अनाउंसमेंट्स हैं जो होंगी अभी और इम्पैक्टर्स के लिए वर्ल्ड वाइड गुड न्यूज आने वाली है। आने वाले समय में जबरदस्त तरीके से डेवलपमेंट्स हो रही हैं और मिस्टर हैंस ल्यूमन जो है वो इंजीनियर हैं और आईटी क्षेत्र में ये दोनों लोग बहुत अच्छा काम पहले से कर रहे हैं। तो देयर आर समथिंग गुड। सो क्लैप के साथ हम स्वागत करते हैं उनका। उनसे सुनना चाहेंगे क्या अच्छा हो सकता है।
So, and furthermore, what I'd like to announce, just in case I don't come back on, I want to thank you, Dr. New. I want to thank Delhi and all of India for a job well done and just getting the message out there and getting the traffic we have for our site. It's just been phenomenal. I'm really excited. I also want to make an announcement. I want everybody to know that I'm looking forward to being in India and August the 4th, 5th, and 6th around that area. Looking forward to meeting all you folks and driving and rocking and rolling this to the next level.
4, 5 और 6 अगस्त को मिस्टर फ्रैंक सर्वेडियो इंटरनेशनल लीडर्स के साथ इंडिया में आ रहे हैं। ये बड़ी अच्छी न्यूज़ है हम लोगों के लिए। तो जोरदार तालियों से और रूबी से जबरदस्त हल्ले के साथ स्वागत होना चाहिए। 4, 5 और 6 तारीख को दिल्ली अगस्त में ये टीम आ रही है और हम लोग एक प्रोग्राम भी करेंगे बढ़िया और आप लोग अपने नए गेस्ट को भी इनवाइट करेंगे और अपनी पूरी टीम के साथ उस प्रोग्राम को हम लोग एंजॉय करेंगे और डायरेक्टली हमको इनसे मिलने का मौका मिल रहा है। ये एक बहुत अच्छी न्यूज़ है, सरप्राइज है ये। So we are very happy and we are very glad to hear about your arrival in India and we will prepare a lot of things for you in India.
Oh, I know you will. I'm looking so forward to it. I've been there before and it's going to be very exciting. I cannot wait. So without any more delay, Hans, all I could say, I'm going to make you the host here. Can you, because of the technical aspect of things, can you just break it down into sections so Dr. New could translate it so he doesn't have a lot at, at one time? That would be awesome. And I know you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to bring Hans Lumen on, my good friend and partner of Impact 101 and QRGL marketing. So Hans just here and I'm the host. So bye everybody. Thank you so much for everything. And I want to thank all the panelists for early mornings, late nights, afternoons, and thank you so much for being on the call. So Hans, I'm going to make you the host.
Mr. Hans का स्वागत जोरदार तालियों से। Mr. Hans Lumen, co-founder of Impact 101 और मिस्टर फ्रैंक अभी बता रहे थे कि हम यहाँ पे अभी 4 बजे इंडिया में, ये जो लोग कॉल पे हैं, कहीं पे सुबह का टाइम है, कहीं दोपहर का टाइम है, ये रात का टाइम है, तो ये लोग अलग-अलग कंट्रीज हैं, टाइम भी अलग-अलग है, लेकिन सब लोगों ने हमको सपोर्ट किया इस कॉल पे आने के लिए और हमारे को बहुत अच्छा मोटिवेट किया। उसके लिए एक बार जोरदार ताली दोबारा से होना चाहिए। So we welcome you, all Indian impactors. I welcome you, Mr. Hans Lumen. Please.
Yeah. Thank you so much for organizing all of this, Dr. Anu. It's very much appreciated, and welcome India to this call. It's great to see you all crowd listening to this call.
Thank you very much. Please.
So when we first set out to design the Impact 101 system for you, we built it as a module to our QR code programs that we've been bringing to the world since 2011. Now, I'm quite happy to say that the QR codes we brought were first launched in 34 countries in the world, but since we actually created the Impact 101 module to our system, we're now in 5 short months in 147 countries. And it's been going crazy everywhere, and people are really, really loving the product. And that is where we enjoy so much developing these things to help everybody that we can. So the module that is in Impact 101 is a thing that we've designed for growth. We really design everything for growth whenever we do things, because the growth is the thing that makes everything successful. Let me know when you want to translate this in between, Dr. Anu.
Okay. मिस्टर हैंस लुमेन का कहना है कि क्यूआर कोड में हमारा स्पेशलाइजेशन है और इस वजह से टेक्नोलॉजी से जो प्रोडक्ट हमने बनाया वो 34 देशों में ऑलरेडी जा रहा था प्रोडक्ट सिंस 2011 से इन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था क्यूआर कोड्स का ये टेक्नोलॉजिकल प्रोडक्ट और 34 कंट्री में पहले से ही ये प्रोडक्ट मूव कर रहा था। और जैसे ही इम्पैक्ट 101 को डिजाइन किया गया जो क्राउड फंडिंग मॉडल है, अभी ये प्रोडक्ट 147 कंट्रीज के लाखों लोग इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। ये बहुत बड़ी ग्रोथ है और ग्रोथ में ही सारी चीजें छुपी होती हैं। जस्ट अ मिनट, जो नए लोग हैं या जो पुराने लोग हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं वो फिर से एक बार सोच सकते हैं कि इस कंपनी में ये जो रेंटल इनकम आता है ड्यू टू दिस मोबाइल लैंडिंग पेज है ना, इसमें से आउटगोइंग कुछ नहीं है। आपने जो $25 दिया है उस पे जो आपको लैंडिंग पेज नाम का प्रोडक्ट मिला है, 2 प्रोडक्ट्स जिनको आप अपने बिजनेस में भी इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं और इम्पैक्ट के डेवलपमेंट के लिए भी इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। इस $25 में से डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नहीं है, यानी कि ओनली इनकमिंग नो आउटगोइंग। सो सिस्टम बहुत लंबे समय तक रन करने वाला है और सिस्टम को और बेहतर बनाया जाने वाला है, जिसके बारे में भी बात होने वाली है। Yes, Mr. Hans.
So, thank you for the translation. Speaking of translations, to further make the system grow across the world, we've put a lot of effort into translating every single part of the website, and that's been a bigger task than we thought when we originally started with it. So, I'm happy to say that we've got pretty much everything translated into Hindi. The backend is already completely into Hindi. There's a couple of things that we're still optimizing, but the big parts of text are also translated into Hindi. And every day from here, you will see that certain menus are going to be translated into Hindi whenever you select the language. So thank you for your patience while we're carrying all that work out for us, which is not always easy because we can't really read the Hindi language. So we have specialists translating it for us. Everything is done by people because people matter most to us. And because of that, we try to get all that work done in a high quality.
Yeah. उनका कहना है कि मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज में साइट्स को मतलब इम्प्रूव किया गया है डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज में, और हिंदी जो है टफ लैंग्वेज है, हमें नहीं आती हिंदी, हमने स्पेशलिस्ट हायर किए हैं और आपका जो हिंदी का सेक्शन है ऑलरेडी चालू हो चुका है और उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी हैं जो अभी और होनी है, बिकॉज हिंदी इज क्वाइट टफ, दे डोंट नो हिंदी बट दे लव पीपल, उनके लिए लोग ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, इसलिए वो इसके बावजूद इसको बहुत अच्छा और करने जा रहे हैं और बहुत सारी चीजें अपने को और मिलने वाली है। थैंक यू।
Now, because people are the most important, communication of people between each other is a very important component of the Impact 101 system. You have seen the chat that is at every donation, and also the way that we can send broadcasts to everybody via the chat messaging. Now, one of the things that is going to help grow your system even easier is a so-called mobile app that we're developing for a companion with the Impact 101 system. And I'm going to give you the world premiere as a preview on the things that the tech team is developing for you right now, and that will be released in the next little while as a mobile companion app to the Impact 101 system.
Thank you. बहुत जल्दी आपको Impact 101 का मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन मिलने वाला है, जिससे चीजें और आसान हो जाएंगी और फास्ट हो जाएंगी, और उसका प्रीव्यू आपको दिखाना चाहते हैं। और ये बहुत बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि इन्होंने बोला था कि जून के महीने में आपको एप्लीकेशन रेडी मिल जाएगा और वो बहुत जल्दी लॉन्च होने वाला है। तो दिस इज अ ग्रेट थिंग, अच्छी न्यूज है, इसके लिए क्लैप होना चाहिए। क्या
So I've changed my screen. It's still dark here, but it's starting to get light already a little bit. This weekend I'm out sailing on a regatta, but yeah, happy to actually be up for you to show you these things. And I'm going to start sharing my screen to show you the first ever mobile app beginning of Impact 101. So the app is starting up right now. I hope you can see this all clearly. I have started the app already being logged in as me, and as you can see, the communication part is first and foremost in the Impact 101 application here. I can screen the system, the broadcasts, their support, and we're going to bring far more communication between members as a social media platform via this app. There's a lot of application we're building right in there. As we are a QR code company, we will have a QR code scanner, and all the things that are related to your donations will come out really quickly via push notifications in this app. So you will right away know when there's a donation coming to you. And this is an example of a test notification, the ones that you all know from, for instance, your social media platforms. When there's a message for you, you right away know it, and you can right away react to it. And with our app, you can now right away communicate with the person that sent you the donation. So I think that is going to help you. And of course, the first language that we're going to make this available translated into will be Hindi.
Very good. पहली लैंग्वेज जो एप्लीकेशन पे आ रही है ट्रांसलेशन के लिए वो हिंदी आ रही है और इस एप्लीकेशन के थ्रू जैसे सोशल मीडिया पे हम बात कर लेते हैं ऐसे कुछ चीज़ रहेगा और आपको पहले से अलर्ट आने शुरू हो जाते हैं जैसे डोनेशन आने वाली है या बहुत सारी इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें. एप्लीकेशन इज एप्लीकेशन. अभी हम वेबसाइट पे काम कर रहे हैं तो दे आर स्पेंडिंग अ लॉट ऑफ मनी ऑन दीज टेक्निकल थिंग्स जो कि बहुत जरूरी है किसी भी सिस्टम को रन करने के लिए. और एक क्वालिटी का प्रोडक्ट है हमारे पास और क्वालिटी का ही एप्लीकेशन होगा. साइट भी मेरा ख्याल से बहुत जबरदस्त क्वालिटी की साइट है, एकदम स्मूथ चलती है और बिकॉज उनका एक्सपीरियंस है टेक्नोलॉजी और आईटी में तो बेस्ट टू बेस्ट वो देना चाहते हैं कि वो हमें बताना चाह रहे हैं. तो उन्होंने एक एप्लीकेशन का व्यू ओवरव्यू दिखाया हमको तो इसके लिए एक बार फिर से क्लैप होना चाहिए. थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर योर इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन. We are excited.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So at the development group at the Impact 101, we're always listening to what all the people are saying and we give that feedback, use it in the program to make it better all the time, to make it the best system that's out there to help you in the best possible way that we can. That's always our mission. That will always stay our mission. Our program is going to be the best one out there in not only a web format, but also an app format. And you've just seen the first world premiere of what's to come in the next little while.
Thank you for the information. Great information. Yeah,
Thank
Mr.
you
Frank.
so much again. I think I just got a little bit of a lag in the connection. I'm doing this from my car, not my usual office, but I'm very happy to have been able to present all this to you. I hope it was clear, and I'm going to try to give the word back to Frank to make sure that he can log off the call. Let me just find where he is.
I'm here. I think you could hear me, Hans.
Yes, I can hear you, Frank.
Yeah, I'm fine. So I don't think you have to change anything, Hans. So that's great. But you made me the host, so that's great. Awesome, Hans. You know, thank you so much for that. Thank the tech team. I think the app is just going to be phenomenal with the push notifications. They'll be able to get to their website from there. And I believe a lot of people know what the apps are about. I'm really excited about the app coming, and it's just going to be just another tool of communication, and being able to hear about your actual donations instantly is going to be phenomenal, and people will be able to react, to receive, and to send. So I think it's something that's just phenomenal. That's just around the corner for all of us around the world. So thank you. Thank your tech team for it. Just a job well done. Hans, I know that they could hear you. So can you one of the questions was, how can we make our system automated? And we're already there when it comes to digital currency. Just a really short, about automation. It's really tough to make automation when it's peer-to-peer, but we have a system in place that if people were to pay and things do get automated. So, we don't speak about it because the question came out. Why don't you just share it with the group, please?
Yeah, thank you, Frank. That's a great question. And it's something that is indeed very hard to do when you have everything completely non-custodial, the way that we do things. So in other words, we never touch any of the funds of any of the donations, and that is actually for two reasons. First of all, the donations need to just be with people. It's not our donation, so we don't touch it. And that is the second reason. It is also, because of that, compliant with any and all jurisdiction in the world. So that's a very great thing. Now, because we don't touch it, we can, however, not easily automate it. And the only things that we've been able to fully automate is whenever donations are made via digital currency, whether it be in Bitcoin or in Dash. The blockchain in that case is your confirmation, and that is a thing that we can all read because of the way that it is. So those donations are fully automated. Whenever you do them, you select the digital currency options in your payment and receive options in your donations, and the system can fully automatically handle all of the things for you, including confirmation that something was received.
That's awesome, Hans. Dr. New, you want to share that?
Yeah. डिजिटल करेंसी में भी आप लोग डोनेशंस कर सकते हैं. जैसा कि पेमेंट मेथड्स में दिया गया कि आप पेमेंट मेथड्स में आप अपलोड करते हैं अपने अकाउंट्स वगैरह. तो अगर आपके पास डिजिटल करेंसी अकाउंट है, बिटकॉइन है, डैश कॉइन है, यू कैन मेंशन देयर, आप वहां मेंशन कर सकते हैं. और कोई आपको अगर डोनेशन करना चाहता है डिजिटल करेंसी में तो कर सकता है, और वो फुल्ली ऑटोमेटेड सिस्टम है. उसकी कंफर्मेशंस वगैरह अपने आप होती है. मतलब ये स्मूथ है, इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. बहुत से लोगों के पास डिजिटल करेंसी अकाउंट्स हैं, तो दे कैन पुट देयर अकाउंट फॉर डोनेशन रिसीव करने के लिए और देने के लिए. ये वो कहना चाहते हैं. यस सर.
Dr. New, I'm going to close the call. I want to thank the panelists. I want to thank Delhi. Dr. New, great job setting this all up as always, bringing everybody together. I am looking so forward to seeing everybody there in August, and I hope it's not going to be 47 or 46. I can handle the heat. My skin is almost as dark as yours, so I can fit in being Italian, but I'm really excited being there. I want to thank everybody. Welcome to Impact 101. There's going to be a bright future for all of us. Look forward to growing together and taking this around the world. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your time. You must be hot sitting in there. Till next time, bye for now. God bless you all.
Thanks a lot for all of you to come on this call. All Indian impactors are giving great warm regards to all of you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
See you during August. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye for now.